Welcome into another video. If you're new to the channel, I'm Ryan. My wife is Megan. We're both two traveling physical therapists. We've been traveling since early 2020. So we've been all over the place. Right now, we're currently on contract in Texas. And in today's episode, we're going to be going over how you can make the most of your weekends while on travel therapy assignment. So join along with us. All right, so we have all the gang here. Reagan's running around. Reagan is our 1-year-old, just turned 1. So that's really awesome. We had a great time at our birthday party. This weekend, really, we are all in Palo Duro Canyon State Park. So one of the best state parks in Texas, we hear. We got in late last night, like 1 o'clock. We got off work on a Friday, drove here late at night. That's what we do if you've been watching the channel.
It's a long drive.
It's rough, but it is weird because we wake up in a new beautiful area, and it is really pretty from our campsite here. We are actually staying in the state park at a campground, and really great campsite so far.
We really wanted to visit this park because it kind of reminded us of the little bit further west kind of places that we've been.
Yeah, like Arizona,
Zion,
Sedona.
Yeah. So from the pictures, it looked a little bit more red rocky, and we just knew we had to check it out. So even though the drive was far, this was one we wanted to see while we were in Texas for sure.
Reagan actually did really good on the drive. When we leave late, she kind of sleeps for most of it, so that's good. And then another thing that brought us out here is that this is the second largest canyon in the United States.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. So let's go ahead. We got to go hit the visitor center, and then we're going to go on some hikes and some scenic drives. So join along with us. Let's load up.
You go bye-bye?
The car's this way, Reagan.
Okay, so we checked in. You have to check in way back up at the top of the canyon. So on our way back down, we're gonna check out all the overlooks. So we're here at the Visitor Center overlook. We're gonna check it out. This is pretty.
The visitor center views out the windows are beautiful. I just wish the windows were a little cleaner on the outside. But this building is like on the canyon wall. So you're like hanging over the canyon. It's truly amazing. You gotta stop in here.
Yeah.
We just did a huge drive around of the park. The canyon is a lot bigger than I thought. We would totally recommend do the scenic drive, go ahead and go through all of the canyon and really check out everything because there is a lot to see and the drive is just beautiful. And you see all the red rock, you see the exposed layers, you even see some purple up there a little bit, some different colors. Another thing we also did is we went up to the trading post. They have a little restaurant there. They make burgers, sandwiches, all kinds of things. So we ordered some burgers, chicken nuggets for Reagan, and went ahead and had lunch there. It's kind of a restaurant slash camp store, so they have a lot of amenities. So we bought some different things for dinner tonight. And then of course they have a gift shop. So we added another sticker to our Yeti cooler. Off from that trading post is actually where they have their glamping. So glamour camping, if you're unfamiliar with that word, but glamping. So they have these canvas tents that have full-size beds in them, a little kitchen, there's electric. And so if you're not into the normal camping, kind of roughing it style, definitely look into those. And then to start out our advice on how to make the most of your weekends while you're on travel therapy assignment, Megan and I would definitely recommend trying to set up your schedule to be 4/10s. That just allows you to have a 3-day weekend. With a 3-day weekend, you can leave on that Friday and really have a full weekend of fun, no matter if you're traveling in to check out the nearest big city, or if you're like us and we like to go to a lot of the national parks or state parks and do some camping all weekend. So if you're unable to get 4 10-hour days on your travel assignment, another thing we like to do is before we sign our travel contract, we will go through the months that we're going to be there, so those 13 weeks, and we will actually ask days off on like a Monday or like a Friday to create a long weekend for certain places we want to go. So that's another kind of strategy you can use to be able to go explore and make the most of your weekends, because if you're traveling, one of the big reasons why you're traveling is you want to go see the country. And so planning ahead and picking out weekends on, hey, we want to go here for this weekend, we want to go here for that weekend, can really help you make the most of it. How'd she nap?
Not good. She's gonna be tired today. She'll probably sleep on the hike, but that's okay. We don't know which way we're going, but there's a little guy over there.
Oh, that way. This parking lot has like 3 trailheads, so we don't quite know which one we're supposed to be going on. We're supposed to be going towards the lighthouse.
Palo Duro State Park's known for the Lighthouse Trail. It's a rock formation. It's 6 miles total, mostly flat, with some steep elevation at the end.
And Reagan's hanging out on the back, eating a chicken nug. Live to hike another day.
It's got water.
Water.
And SPF. Salty snacks.
Thanks, Bob.
I'll take
Reagan's
this.
set. She got water, she got SPF, she got salty chicken nugs.
That little hoodoo over there, that little lighthouse hoodoo. I see the lighthouse off in the distance. We just need to go a little bit further. Reagan is finally sleeping. Reagan, we're almost there. We see the lighthouse. What do you think?
So cool. Definitely reminds me of hiking in Sedona, and I just caught a view out that way, and it's awesome. It really is.
Yeah, I would definitely say Sedona views in Texas. So if you're near here, definitely check it out. Do this lighthouse hike.
Yeah, how do you feel about Reagan walking up here?
Not good.
You have to hold my hand.
Yeah. She's like, no, I don't.
Reagan, you got a snack?
Well, yeah. Just fistfuls of puffs.
You hungry? We got a sad girl because Mom and Dad won't let her walk around up here. We can only wonder why we would do such a thing.
Do you see the Ray Ray right there? Keep looking. Another way you can really take advantage of your weekends while you're on a travel contract is camping. And you may have expected this. We camp a lot, but it hasn't always looked exactly like it does now with the pop-up camper. When we started traveling, we didn't have like a great tent. We didn't have a camper. We just kind of found that we wanted to explore. We wanted to make sure we weren't breaking our budget. Camping ended up being the best way to do it. So in the past, that's looked like car camping. We used to do that in the back of our Prius. And then we decided, hey, we really want to make this as efficient as possible for us so that the whole process is streamlined and it's not like bulky and uncomfortable and not enjoyable to do. So then we kind of transitioned to getting our Subaru and our rooftop tent, and then now with the family we have a pop-up camper. And so I would just say consider camping. It can look a lot of different ways. We really want to emphasize that this has helped us save so much money while still getting to see as much as possible on our contracts. Taking one weekend to go somewhere that requires an overnight could take up to $400 to $500 depending on what kind of hotel you stay in, and then considering food. And it's just not really feasible for us to say we're going to go ahead and spend $200 each night on a hotel every time that we want to go see something new and interesting. So we looked into camping, where your camping fee can be anywhere from like $20 to maybe $50 a night to have a campsite, and it's just much more affordable. So we think it's the best way to go and explore and make the most of your contract instead of staying home like we might do a little bit more when we're actually at home. When we're across the country in a new place, we want to make sure we are seeing as much as possible. So, camping for the win. All right, time to sunscreen up. Boop, boop. Whee. So we're gonna go see Sarah's Creek. No, we don't know what this is called because we roll like that, but it's a cave. And it's not that far off the road, so we wanted to check it out on Sunday before we leave the park. There's also a cool spot where it looks like it's like a rock garden, which would be really fun, like bouldering. And that looks like it would be a really fun place for like kids if they can walk and they're agile to go and climb around. So we might check that out too before we leave, but we definitely are gonna check this cave out.
As you can see, we already have the camper all packed up. We had to get out of our camp spot. Checkout was at like 12. It's about like 11 o'clock right now. So we're all packed up. Gonna hit this cave over yonder. Before we get up to the cave, we want to go over kind of our last point on how to make the most out of your weekends while on travel assignment. And that is really to streamline your process. So packing, unpacking, items that you're going to need for the weekend, clothes even, really streamline it.
Whatever mode you choose to travel on the weekends, whether it's camping or something else, we just would say make sure you've kind of got your process figured out. We're always improving our process. Like this weekend, it's in the 70s and we all forgot shorts, so that's an improvement we need to make. But if you can streamline it, it helps you get out there quicker and make sure you have everything you need.
Right. So we have all of our camping gear like very organized into the camper. When we used the Adventure suit, we actually had an Adventure like build in the back where we kept drawers of all of our camping stuff. It was all organized. So really when we were going out on the weekends, all we needed to think about was packing up the Yeti cooler of food and then throwing in a bag of clothes. That was it. And so it really made the process more smooth so you don't get travel fatigue. Other than that, let's go up to this cave.
Let's check it out.
All
We're gonna
right.
follow our baby.
Reagan's ready to go.